Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Hudson.
Morning, Your Honor. May I please this office court to death law P63901 of DDS representing Mr. Hudson, who sits to my right. Could you please place your name on record?
Yes.
Ready when you are, counsel.
Here. Good morning. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. For your responses, please make sure that they are verbal, so no uhs or uhs, because everything has to be picked up by the recording. Okay? Yes. Thank you. So do you know an individual named Maurice Jordan?
Yes.
And how do you know him?
For many years, he was a friend of mine.
Okay. And how many years would you guess?
I met him when I was about 20 and I'm almost 33 now.
So at least 10 years.
Yeah, so long that, yeah.
Okay. And you said he was a friend of yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was also at one point my drugs
Okay.
when I was in active.
When you say that again?
When I was in active addiction.
Okay. And are you now?
No.
Okay. And so did you have a nickname that you referred to him by?
Everybody does. It's Mo.
Mo. And I'm just gonna ask, you can take a look around the courtroom. Do you see Mr. Jordan or Mo anywhere in the courtroom?
If you take a few steps over,
Okay, can you please identify what he's wearing?
it's the defendant with the silver jacket and the purple shirt.
Okay, thank you. Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Noted.
Or please.
You're okay. I got one up here if you need it.
Okay, so I'm gonna take you back to October 8th of 2024. Did something happen between you and Mo that brings you to court today?
Yes.
Okay, can you talk about or tell the court, where did you meet or where did you see Mr. Jordan that day?
He told me to come over that we were gonna go grocery shopping.
Okay.
That's not a crazy thing. He has come over to my house and, just for reference, fixed up my AC so that my older children had AC in the home. And, when I've had CPS call and they said we need another adult there, he's been the adult who has came. So, this was nothing new.
Okay.
You know, you wanna go to the grocery store? Sure.
Okay, and that was part of your friendship that you described earlier with me?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you recall where you actually met him? When you said you went over, where was that?
That was his house, his baby mama's house now.
Okay,
His original home in Inkster.
okay. Do you remember which street it was on?
Fine.
Okay, is
But-
it?
But the house was that day
Yes.
was on Smith and
Okay.
Rock.
So that day on October 8th, you went to his house on Smith.
Yes,
His meaning Mr. Jordan's.
yes.
Okay, and that was, in what city did you say?
Romeo.
Okay, and is that in Wayne County?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
right where they built the new sheets by the by 94.
Okay, and so when you got to his house, describe what your initial interaction was like with Mr. Jordan.
It was very scattered. There was another male there, and I could tell that they were both kind of out of it.
Okay,
And then I soon become aware that Mo had been up for like 4 days.
okay, so I'm gonna take a step back. When you get to the house, had you been to that house before, the one in
Yes.
Smith?
Yes, very amazing.
Okay, can you describe what the house looks like when you go through the door? Front door?
Okay, so you walk, well, first you have to be let in,
Okay,
but there's the ring camera system, and then there's the metal door that you can only get in and out by key.
okay,
And then there's a normal door which he has barricaded with
Okay.
like metal prongs on each side and I call it Detroit style
okay.
because that's very common from where I grew up in Southwest Detroit.
Okay, so can you describe what inside of the house looks like?
You walk in and there's a kitchen on the right. There's a living room as soon as you walk in, and then you go down in the hallway,
Okay,
and there is a bathroom to your right, a room to your right, another room right after that, and then it's like a little causeway that goes all the way to the garage.
Okay,
And then in the back, and in the back of the kitchen, there's a laundry.
got it. Okay, so when you get to the house, does someone let you in then?
Yeah.
Who lets you? Mo does, okay. And you noticed or you indicated that there was another male that was also present?
Yeah,
Did you know who that person was?
no, I still don't.
Okay, and at that time, what were your observations of what was going on in the house when you get there?
It's very helter-skelter, and Mo was being very hostile, that he, it's very out of his character.
Okay, so he was behaving hostile?
Yes.
Towards who? You or
Say
said
just in general.
okay,
Um,
okay.
do you want an example?
Yeah, like what was he doing or saying?
He dropped a big bottle of meth, and then, like, accused me and the other guy of which, and like, I never even liked him, that was
Okay.
kind of a choice.
Okay,
He freaked out, and then I'm like, and he's yelling and screaming and accusing us things, and then I'm like, are you talking about that pill bottle on the floor with all the stuff falling out of it? He's like, oh.
okay,
Right, just that, for example,
Okay.
he's just very upset, and then I learned later that, him and this guy have been up for 4 days.
got it. At some point, does this guy leave the house? Okay, and then,
Mom gets very upset and it like makes him leave.
okay, and at this point, who, is it just you and Mo in the house or is anyone else there?
No, it's just,
Okay, so what do you remember happening next?
he kicks him out, he locks the door, and, I walk into his bedroom, and he is naked from the waist up.
Okay, what led you to go into the bedroom? Did something
He
happen?
called me that.
Okay, so he goes to the bedroom.
Yes.
What are you doing at that point, if you remember?
I don't.
Okay, and so he calls you into the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, do you go?
Yes.
And what do you see when you get into the bedroom?
Him, standing there nude from the waist up.
Okay, and what if anything happens next when you notice that?
He does this, he was trying to get me to perform sexual, oral sex with him.
Okay, when you said he was trying to or getting you to, how was he doing that? Was it?
Like, kind of like physically, like, and, he's done that in the past and it's worked. I've caved and I've been like, oh, okay.
Okay,
So he's probably thinking he's done something he's done a million times before with any other.
okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. So it sounds like previously you and Mr. Jordan had some sort of sexual, like, relationship as well as your friendship.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, when you went in October of 2024, were you guys engaging in any sort of sexual relationship?
That
at
was
that
not
time?
my intention.
Okay, but prior to that date, had you guys, hold on, listen to the question.
Okay.
How long before that October date had you engaged in any sort of consensual sexual relationship with him?
Probably about 2-3 months prior.
Okay, so it had been a couple months.
Yeah.
Okay, and that day, when you're saying that he, I guess, tried to have you perform oral sex, did he say something to you to make you believe that?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't remember the part.
You don't remember what he said,
Yeah.
but does he say something to you?
Yes.
Okay, and then you said that in the past, as it relates to this incident, you said that, he did something with his hands. Can you describe what happened?
Put his hand on the back of my neck and forced my head down
Okay,
and took his hands and put them into my mouth.
Okay.
And pried my jaw
okay.
open.
Did you want to engage in that after him on the
No.
state?
I actually ended up telling him that he smelled like another woman, and that worried me because I know he's known to sleep around with other people too, which whatever.
But you didn't want to engage with him at that time because of that.
That, and then I was pregnant.
Okay, so that was not something you were interested in on this date.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and when you said that he was grabbing your head, and I think you motioned, what was he doing with your head and your neck?
Pushing it down to his crotch.
Okay, and then you also described or we were showing physically that he was trying to open up your mouth.
Yeah,
and your jaw.
manually open my mouth and
Okay.
put his penis.
Did you indicate to him in any way that, to stop or not, did you, or that you didn't want
I
to do
told
that?
him no.
Okay.
I told him he smelled like another bitch.
Okay.
And that I did not want to catch an STD. I'm pregnant, that could hurt my baby.
Got it, okay. Did he listen to any of those requests?
No,
Okay, so what happens when he's grabbing you with?
I don't remember, but I remember that I maneuvered out of it.
Okay,
And then at this point, and I run to the front door.
so let me take a step back before we get there. Is there any contact that happens with your mouth and any part of his body?
Yes.
What contact happens?
He manually put his penis into my mouth.
Okay, so it went past your lips?
Yes.
Okay, and when that happened, what, if any, movement or what occurred?
I pulled back and I told him that he smells. I asked him if he had sex with someone else.
Okay. Okay,
And then he immediately went back to that irate state
okay,
and like, how dare I even ask him that? And so I never got an answer. So that was my answer. So I told him I didn't want to, no. And I was actively pulling my head back as he is pushing it down.
okay. And how long, if you remember, did that last?
I have no,
Okay.
it's been too long.
That's fair. And, so you said that you were able to, maneuver yourself, okay? Is that how that act of penetration stops?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you do afterwards?
I run to the front door,
Okay,
but I mentioned that that door is locked by a key that only he holds.
okay. And did you, when you went into his, house, did you have any belongings with you?
Yeah.
What did you have?
I had my purse, and it had like, a couple vapes in there.
So that we don't,
My wallet, just normal stuff.
okay.
Um,
Did you have a phone on you?
yes.
Okay, so after this incident happens, when you're in the bedroom, do you have your belongings with you?
No, that's why I ran to the door, I seen it was locked, and so I go back and he's going through my belongings.
Okay, what is he doing?
He took my phone and he said, what are you gonna call the cops on me, bitch? And then
Okay.
slammed my phone against the wall, which cracked it, but did not break it.
Okay, do you, are you eventually able to take back your belongings?
Yeah, he held them and said, I'm holding this as collateral. And I'm like, what collateral? I didn't ask you for anything, you didn't give me anything, what are you talking about? But his eyes were so glazed over, I could tell that this is some abuse I've never even, this is a person I've never met.
Okay, and so were you, when he threw your phone against the wall and he had your belongings?
No, my belongings are everywhere.
I see.
And he smokes vapes, so he's taking my vapes and he's like, these are mine now. And I'm like, okay, well, I took all of them except one. Like, you can have one, I don't care, but you're not gonna take every last thing from me.
Okay,
And so I gathered my things, and as I'm gathering my things, I just remember him being very irate, calling me a whore, a dumb bitch. And then when I finally, I did get my stuff back from him because like I said, I gave him the one vape. And,
yeah. Did you get your phone back?
Yeah, I eventually did.
Okay, what do you mean eventually? Like, did it take you time to get it back?
Yeah.
And why was that?
Because he was holding it.
Okay, and so are you in any way indicating to him that you would like to leave his home?
Yeah.
Okay, and how are you doing so?
Verbally.
Okay, and what, if anything, does he respond to that?
I don't get a response.
Okay, does he allow you to leave?
No.
And why or what happens that he's not allowing you to leave?
Like I said, his door, you can only get out by key.
Okay,
And so, that's what leads me back to, I go back there and I gather my stuff. And then I find the keys on the floor by his pants.
okay,
And then it's moving on to, oh, I'm going in his pockets to steal his drugs. And I'm like, I just want to help.
okay,
I just want to go home.
okay. It's okay. Do you need a second?
No.
Okay.
And then I get to the door, but there is like a million keys, like it. And so it was like a janitor's here, he printed from the many properties. Yeah, so I'm just trying every key that I can, and it's not the right one, and by this time. He realizes that I have my stuff, I have my keys, and he thinks that I fully into them, fully calling the police on him.
Okay,
So I'm trying every key that I could, and then he comes up from behind me and he slams my head into the metal door. And by that I mean top of the head, because like I said at the time, I was like 4 or 5 months pregnant, enough to be showing.
okay, let's very just, I wanna take a step back. You're saying you're trying to exit the door, you're trying different keys, he comes up and he grabs you behind the head and hits your head against the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Does any other physical assault happen during this time? Does he hit you in any other way?
No, but it was kind of like fight or flight. I was just trying to get out, and
Okay.
the only thing I could think to do was to just cover my stomach
Okay.
and just duck down and just lean forward and just cover my stomach.
Okay, and when you're doing that, what is he doing?
He grabbed me by my hair and was repeatedly slamming my head into the metal doors.
Okay, and you have mentioned now a couple of times that you were pregnant at this time. How far along were you?
I was almost 5 months.
Okay, and did you tell him that you were pregnant?
Yeah, I told him that because at the time I didn't know. I told him that there's a 50% chance that I'm yes.
Okay.
But thank the Lord it's not.
Okay.
Fine.
And at the time you told him that you were pregnant and you thought that it could have even been his child.
Yeah.
Okay, and does that in any way stop him from continuing to assault you?
No.
So he continues to assault.
Of anything I heard, I don't care or you don't care.
Okay.
It's hard to remember words when it's that long, but I remember that sticking in my head.
Okay.
It's either he said I don't care or he said that he didn't.
I see. And so what happens next after he's physically assaulting you?
I finally get the right key.
Okay,
And I run to the front yard, and he is not dumb enough to run out into his front yard in Romulus half naked as a black man and chasing after anybody. And he knew that was, and then he saw me on my phone with my stepfather.
so who were you trying to call when you were on your phone?
My stepfather.
Okay, did he answer?
Yes.
Okay, what do you ask of your stepfather?
Come and get me right now.
Okay, does he come and get you?
Yeah, he asked where are you, and I said I'm at Mom's.
Okay.
And he automatically knew where I was.
Okay,
And he came and got me, but he swore that I was trying to call the police. So at this point, he's not exiting his door.
Okay.
He's screaming profanities, but he's not gonna leave his house. So I have reached a safety zone.
okay,
Because there's neighbors, there's peering eyes, so I can start to breathe for a second.
okay, and what's your stepdad's name?
Michael White?
Okay, and does he come pick you up?
Yeah.
Okay, can you describe what your demeanor was like at the time when he comes picks you up? Like how are you physically
I was physically disheveled,
Okay.
hair ripped out of my head. I asked him like what I should do
Okay,
and if I should call the police.
you asked who?
My stepfather.
Okay,
And I asked him if I should call the police, and he said no because I used to be in active addiction myself, so
Okay.
he thought that they weren't gonna help me.
okay, and did you in fact then call the police at that moment?
No,
Okay, where did your stepdad take you?
home.
Okay, at some point do you report the incident? to
Yeah,
police?
I do. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Okay.
It's like, or something like that, and it's eating me away. I can't just let them get away.
Okay, how do you report it? What do you do?
I call and run to the police and tell them that I need to report something that happened. And even still at this time, my stepfather's telling me that I do.
Okay. At the time, did someone come, did the police come and talk to you about what happened?
Yes.
Where did you go somewhere, or did they come to you?
They always came to me.
Okay, they came to you at your house?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And so, sorry, I lost my train of thought. You just said something that I wanted to clarify. At the time, so you mentioned a couple times that you previously were an active user, is that correct? Okay, is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
That's
getting too
that's okay.
comfortable.
In October of 2024, when you went to see Mo, you said you went for grocery shopping, right?
Yes.
Okay, at the time, were you an active user or were you?
No, I was actually in rehab.
Okay, and so that, at the time in October, when you were seeing Mo, were you in any way intending to buy drugs or do anything like that?
No.
Okay, and then when you spoke to the police at your house that time, you said it was early hours in the morning, like around 1 a.m. or something the next day. Do you disclose to them what happened, what he did?
Yeah.
Okay. One moment, Judge.
Sure. You take that way, but stop at the door.
Right now, get by, see is it.
And at the time, you said that when he took your phone and threw it against the wall, he indicated it was to prevent you from contacting the police?
Yes.
Okay. I have no further questions, thank you.
Counsel, can I take a waiver before we do cross? You need a break? Go and use the restroom, anything? Just come back in the courtroom when you're ready.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, and, oh.
End of this hearing, Mohammed has been, and I have to find some evidence signing. Right, is Mohammed to the end of this?
It's a good plea, it's like, there's a little.
Oh, well, that's good. Pardon? Alrighty, how are you? I'm okay, I'm on time today. You've been on your feet today.
Yeah, I put it on my calendar. Then when I got here, I had a long day, and I was like, no, it's today.
All rise to before this court now in session, Honorable Judge Oakley presiding.
Good morning. Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Hudson.
Morning, Your Honor, yes, this is Office Court of Law, P 63901 of DDS, representing Mr. Hudson, who sits to my right. Could you please place your name on the record?
Yes, well,
Thank you. All right, so we're going to take a straight up guilty plea to count 2, the intoxicated driving, right? And plead with added charge of an attempt 4th degree fleeing and eluding, which would be a 1-year misdemeanor, I think, right? And then the original 1 and 3 would be dismissed. Got that right? All right. Mr. Hudson, did you go over your rights and options with counsel? You understand those rights and the options they give you? You understand the possible penalty for the added charge of attempt 4th degree fleeing and elude?
He asked you a question.
You understand the possible penalty for the added charge of the attempt fleeing and elude 4th degree?
yes,
And you understand the possible penalty for the charge of intoxicated driving? All right. Understanding all of these things, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to those 2 charges today? Counsel, would you voir dire to give me the facts that support the pleas?
Gotcha.
That's all right. I can give you an incident date, September 22nd, 2020, in the city of Romulus.
Riding a vehicle.
Yeah.
And were you intoxicated at that time?
Yeah.
And at that time, did the police attempt to stop you?
Yeah.
Okay, and you did not stop. Continue.
All right, and was there a blood test or breath test? Do you know the results of that test, sir? Counsel, would you stipulate that it was 0.08 or more? You satisfied that I've got the facts I need?
That,
So am I. I'll dismiss the original counts as per the agreement. All right. Mr. Hudson, we're going to send you downstairs to our probation department. They're going to schedule with you to come back for a pre-sentence interview. Based on that interview, the probation department will prepare a written report and a recommendation of sentence. You understand that? Would you follow them through the sentence, counsel?
Absolutely.
All right. So when you come back for your sentencing date and you go down and pick the date. All right. So on the sentencing date, when you come back, you and counsel will have a chance to go over that report and recommendation. I will have looked at the report and recommendation. Then we'll have a conversation about anything you want to talk about before I decide what your sentence should be. You understand how the process is going to work? All right. Bond is continued.
thank you, Judge.
Have a great day.